live and on your side. This is WSAV News 3 today at 6.
Good morning, everyone. It is Wednesday, June 17th. I'm Kim Gusby. Thank you for joining us on WSAV News 3 today. WSAV is your local election headquarters. Georgia Republicans have made their choice in the race for governor, setting up a high-stakes showdown this November. Businessman Rick Jackson defeated Lieutenant Governor Burt Jones and will now face Democratic nominee former Atlanta Mayor Keisha Lance Bottoms in November. WSAV's Genevieve Lunt is live with us in the studio this morning with the latest. Good morning, Genevieve.
Good morning, Kim. Georgia elections often come down to very close races, from presidential to statewide, showing how much every vote matters. And that trend continues this morning, with coastal counties split between GOP candidates and some local races decided by just a few votes. Rick Jackson has won the Republican nomination for Georgia governor, taking just over 53% of the statewide vote and defeating Burt Jones in a closely watched race. The contest drew national attention, seen as a test of President Trump's influence after he backed Jones. Well, Governor Kemp supported his lieutenant governor in the final days as well. Jackson, a billionaire healthcare executive who largely self-funded his campaign, now faces Democratic nominee Keisha Lance Bottoms in November.
I have truly enjoyed serving the people of Georgia. Public service was something that it's a calling.
People resonate with the fact that I'm not a politician, that I have struggled, and I know how to do that.
Locally, the results show just how divided the region is. Jones carried Chatham County by just about 250 votes and won Glynn, McIntosh, and Wayne counties. Jackson took Bryan, Effingham, Liberty, Bullock, and Screven counties, and several races were very tight, including Long County, where Jones won by just 16 votes, and Evans County, where Jackson led by only 14. Political analysts say that Georgia's governor race will be one of the most watched in the country this fall. And after Tuesday's results, coastal Georgia could once again help decide it in a state where close elections have become the norm. Reporting, Genevieve Lund. Back to you, Kim.
Thank you, Genevieve. 3 minutes after 6 o'clock, it is Wednesday morning. We are taking a live look from our Savannah cam out over the Savannah River as the sun is just trying to come out. Storm Team 3 meteorologist Alyssa Carsey is in the Weather Center with our weather on the threes. Good morning, Alyssa.
Hey, good morning, Kim. We are roughly around 15 minutes from the sun officially popping up, but just like yesterday, we'll continue to track a mostly cloudy sky, a few peaks of sunshine here and there, all thanks to a nearby weakening cold front that also keeps those rain showers around throughout the afternoon. Now, we do have an area of low pressure just off the coastline of Texas in the Gulf. This is the one that has the potential to become our first tropical storm of the 2026 hurricane season later on today. It will be incredibly short-lived. In fact, by this time tomorrow, it will already be across central Louisiana. So a few hours of a tropical storm that we could see later today. Otherwise, back here at home, we're back to tracking those typical summertime rain showers and thunderstorms, though of course our high temperatures for one more day. That heat relief sticks around with our highs back below that 90-degree mark in the mid to upper 80s, like 88 degrees here in Savannah, 84 degrees in Statesboro, and 85 degrees for the high today in Pembroke. It stays breezy outside the rain with those wind gusts around 20 to 25 miles per hour at times. Some tropical moisture does begin to head our way tomorrow and Friday, keeping the chance of rain around. But we'll talk about that and time out those rain showers coming up the next time you see me in just around 10 minutes.
Thank you, Alyssa. Continuing our election coverage, and Georgia's Republican U.S. Senate runoff, Congressman Mike Collins defeated former football coach Derek Dooley by nearly 80,000 votes. Collins now advances to November's general election, where he'll face Democratic incumbent Jon Ossoff.
I can tell you one thing. Now we stand united around one mission. That's right. And y'all know what the mission is. It's to put a Republican in that seat and get rid of that Jon Ossoff in November. Return this seat to the people of Georgia.
We are also tracking the race for Georgia's first congressional district seat, held by Buddy Carter, who left that position to run for Senate but did not advance to the runoff. Amanda Hollowell has defeated Joyce Griggs by a little more than 1,000 votes. Hollowell now advances to face Republican Jim Kingston in November.
The first thing we have to focus on is how to get out to those rural areas, how to talk to those voters, and how to explain why this matters in the moment. But also make sure that we're hearing them and they feel heard. Folks right now have a lot of pain points. They have, they feel abandoned. They feel a void in what folks who are elected officials are listening to them. And I want to fill that void for those folks.
Don't forget, voting starts today in South Carolina's short early voting period ahead of the June 23rd runoff. Voting is only open today and tomorrow. Polling places will be closed this Friday for the Juneteenth holiday. You can find more information on voting and candidates on our website at wsav.com/electionhq. Breaking overnight, several Savannah police officers responding in the Capitol Street area. Take a look. WSAV was on the scene in the 2800 block of Capitol Square Apartments. Savannah Fire, Chatham County Emergency Services, and police personnel were all on scene. There are unconfirmed reports this morning of a shooting. We are waiting to hear back from police for confirmation. Of course, we'll update you on air and online as we learn more. New developments this morning. Prosecutors have started their case against a Fort Stewart soldier accused of injuring 5 people in a shooting last year. Sergeant Cornelius Radford faced testimony from 10 government witnesses, which included the 6 people who were shot, along with Radford's fiancee, military leaders, and other soldiers who were there. Prosecutors say Radford opened fire intending to kill. His attorneys say he was not trying to hurt anyone, but wanted to draw a response from law enforcement. Radford previously pled guilty to 6 counts of aggravated assault. He is now on trial for several attempted murder charges. Prosecutors are expected to continue presenting their case when court resumes this morning at 9 o'clock. We now know who will lead the Statesboro Police Department during its search for a new chief. City leaders have named Captain Jarrett Akins as interim chief, taking over when Chief Mike Broadhead retires July 1st. Akins brings 25 years of law enforcement experience, including time with both Statesboro Police and the Bullitt County Sheriff's Office. Continuing coverage this morning, a large stretch of land near Tom Triplett Park in Pooler will stay green for years to come. City leaders have officially completed the purchase of the property following months of community concern about development near that area and the Savannah-Ogeechee Canal. Officials say the property will be protected under the city's tree fund ordinance, which restricts the land to conservation uses. The purchase follows months of community efforts to protect land near the park. City leaders say this deal, along with a recent land purchase off Old Pine Barren Road, brings the total amount of preserved green space to more than 60 acres. Also in our community report, they work to protect their business and their island. Now, the men connected to the fishing cooperative on Hilton Head will be remembered forever for their efforts more than 40 years ago. It was 1969 when 10 fishermen banded together to fight a chemical company trying to build on the waterfront. It didn't just affect their business, but the members feared it would destroy the environment. So they gathered more than 45,000 signatures and drove one boat more than 700 miles to Washington, D.C. to make their case to stop the plant. Their efforts protected the estuary even until today. Now the park where the boats once docked will soon bear the fishing cooperative's name, a change approved by town council. WSAV spoke with Thomas Barnwell, the last remaining fishing co-op member, about what this renaming means to him.
I think the message is, if it's going to benefit the broader community, don't give up. Keep going.
In addition to the mural that's already at the park, the signs are being made and a ceremony planned for the new fishing cooperative park. That's expected to happen officially sometime this fall.